Point flat. Use the boy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't fix it. Right. Don't play it loud and simple. 5, 7 times. It should be up here. Yeah, we gotta wait. We're gonna start from there. Sorry. Don't play. Do not play. Yep. Stop playing.
Timmy!
unlocked if I shut the door.
Test, test. One, not the other.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way in the back. Please make your way in the back so we can have the graduates come in. All right, so please find a seat. Make your way in as much as possible. Please find a seat. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen in the back, there are seats available on this side right here, okay? People who are already in the stands, please make some room. Just be friendly and accommodating as much as possible, all right? Please check for spaces over here as well. All right, just move in, please. Thank you.
welcome Shannon Smith, principal of Russell O. Brackman Middle School. Welcome to the promotion ceremony of the class of 2019. At this time, please remain standing to honor our country as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance and play the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mrs. Benz, Mr. McGrath, and our Brackman 7th grade band. Please allow me to formally introduce the esteemed individuals here tonight. Dr. Brian Latwis, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Stephen Brennan, Business Administrator and Board Secretary, Mr. Daniel Gunderson, Director of Special Education, Mrs. Stacy Jackalow, Supervisor of Special Education, Mr. James Barbieri, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Tracy Dubeck, Supervisor of Language Arts and Social Studies, Ms. Christina Smith, District Supervisor of Mathematics and Science, Mrs. Regina Santola, District Supervisor, K through 5, Mr. John Germano, District Athletic Director, Mr. Stephen Nickel, Principal of Barnegat High School, Mr. John Fiorentino, Principal of Lillian M. Dumfries School, Mr. Maurice Owens, Assistant Principal, Mr. Jared Burke, Assistant Principal. We have our guidance counselors, Mrs. Kimberly Burke, Mrs. Robin Urso, Mrs. Dana Hermani, our 8th grade child study team counselor, Mrs. Elizabeth Tapper, and our NJHS advisors, Mrs. Askoff and Mrs. Hayes. I am also pleased to honor and recognize the members of the Barnegat Township Board of Education, Mr. Scott Sarno, Mr. Robert Geddes, Mrs. Doreen Constanza, Mrs. Christine Herashinsky, Mr. Michael Hickey, Mrs. Maria Pereira, Mrs. Lauren Sarno, Mr. David Sherman, and Mr. Peter Toth. Also present are members of our school district's administrative staff. Joining us tonight are Police Chief Keith Germain, Mayor Alfonso Cerulli, Deputy Mayor John Novak, Committeeman Mr. Albert Billy, Committeewoman Ms. Linda Croft, and Committeeman Mr. Pascal Pippi. A special thanks to Mrs. Kelly Lucas, this year's PTA President, and other members of our PTA Executive Committee. Thank you also to our technology guru, Kelly West, for setting up the equipment to simulcast our ceremony, and a special thanks to our maintenance and custodial crew for their help with setting up the promotion ceremony. Great job, everyone. Throughout the audience, numerous members of the Brackman staff are present to acknowledge your children's achievements over the last 3 years. Tonight, we celebrate the success of those teacher-student interactions. Thank you to our Brackman faculty for all of your hard work. I would like to thank a few people who truly made tonight special. The secretaries in the main office, Tracy, Karen, Kit, and especially Sue. Thank you for your countless hours you put in to making tonight special for all of our students. Also, thank you to our buildings and grounds, as well as custodians led by Bob Osborne and Neil Pyro for their tremendous job. I would also like to thank all of the parents, guardians, families of the students here tonight. Without you, ultimately, none of this could be possible. You should be proud of everyone sitting in front of me. At this time, Dr. Brian Latwis, Superintendent, will present the Superintendent's Honor Roll Awards. I request you hold your applause until all awards have been presented. Please welcome Dr. Latwis.
Good evening. This award category is extremely prestigious. The Superintendent's Honor Roll consists of straight A's for the first 3 marking periods. The recipients of these awards are
Sophia Diorenzo, Skylar Dasty, Bryce Davenport, Gia DiGiovanni, Callie Dunn, Sarah Grenz, Nora Hansen, Sophia Irizarry, Terrence Legions Jr., Maya McBee, Jonathan Celeste, Madison Rodriguez, Ariana Van Treese, and Jordan Weber. There, and then you're on.
Congratulations to those students again. Can we get another round of applause? Before I say a few words, I'd like to thank the Board of Education, the administrative team, the entire staff and township for all that you do and have done for these young men and women. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the parents and guardians who have helped support each of you during your educational journey. It is said that it takes a village to raise a child, and we have an amazing village here in Barnegat that helps our students become the amazing young men and women we see before us. So can we take a moment to do a round of applause for all of them? To the class of 2023, you are about to embark on some of the most exciting, best years of your life. But you will get out of it what you are willing to put into it. So I would encourage you to take the time to enjoy this great milestone in your educational journey. But when the parties are over and the congratulatory words start to subside, please reflect on the following as you get ready to start your journey as a Bengal. First, get involved. As I said, you get out of it what you're willing to put in. Join clubs, try a sport, be an advocate and an upstander. These experiences will help to shape you. Invest yourself fully. Safe is good for sidewalks and swimming pools, but life requires risk if you were to get anywhere. So take a risk. Don't be ordinary. Be extraordinary. Second, set goals for yourself in every class, in every experience. Bill Copeland said, the trouble with not having a goal is that you spend your entire life running up and down the field and you never score. So what are your goals? And not just in the areas that you excel in. Work hard. If you are struggling in an area, seek help. When we say out loud what we don't know, it drastically increases the likelihood that someone who does know will offer help. Stop at nothing and being the best version of yourself. Remember, the greatest oak was once a little nut that held its ground. Lastly, surround yourself with people who will help you achieve your goals. In my life, I would not be where I am without the help and support of the people that I surround myself with. You will find yourself taking on the mannerisms and habits of the people closest to you. So choose to surround yourself with people that will make you want to be a better person and will fill you with the courage to actually be that better person. So in conclusion, congratulations. Take this time to enjoy the milestone and pat yourself on the back for the hard work that it took to bring you to this point. But when the parties are over and the congratulatory words start to subside, remember to get involved, set goals for yourself and stop at nothing to achieve them, and surround yourself with the people that will lift you up. For this is the time in your life when you can make the decision to do anything that you want. This is the time to chase your dreams and will them into existence. A 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step, and I wish you nothing but the very best as you take that first step. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Latwis. Mayor Alfonso Cerulli will now address the class of 2019.
Good evening. Graduations are exciting. Are you excited? Boy, excited or relieved? Tonight we honor the Brackman class of 2019. You can look back on 9 years of hard work with a sense of accomplishment and pride. This ceremony begins the stepping stone between childhood and adulthood. Your high school years will demand that you strive to do your best in all your academic and vocational disciplines. Take advantage of all that is offered. Get involved with clubs and sports, and don't waste a single day. These years will pass in a blink of an eye, and you don't want to ever say, I wish I had tried this or had given something a better effort. Always know that your parents, teachers, counselors, and principals will always be there to help you overcome any obstacle. In fact, if I can help you, you just come over to town hall at any time, and I'll be there to help you. We are all here tonight because we are proud of what you have already accomplished. Make us prouder by giving your best through your high school journey. Congratulations, and may God bless you and guide you always, and that I'll pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Cerulli. At this time, all 8th grade core subject teachers come forward to present your award of special recognition to an outstanding student. From the Integrated Language Arts classes, Mrs. McCarty presents her award to Pim Lebronican. Mrs. Rollis presents her award for ILA classes to Callie Dunn. Mr. Molnar presents his math award to Summer Perry. Mr. Gordon presents his math award to Jenny Davila. Mrs. Verderosa's science classes presented to Lucas Holland. Mr. Eckert's social studies classes presented by Mrs. Rollis to Samantha Cooney. From the Integrated Language Arts classes, Mrs. Kane presents her award to Emma Schaub. Mrs. Kozlowski presents her ILA award to Terrence Legions Jr. From Mr. Rizzo's math classes, presented to Victoria Van Wagner. Mrs. Hawanich's science classes, presented by Mrs. McCarty, to Jessie Headland. From Mr. Zott's social studies classes, presented by Mr. Rizzo, Madison Rodriguez. Mr. Taliavia presents his geometry award to Samuel Williams. Mr. Taliavia presents his Algebra Award to Sarah Grenz. Mr. Molnar presents his Algebra Award to Jordan Weber. Exceptional performance and excellence in all areas will be presented by Ms. Dente. Receiving this award is McGregor Davis. Thank you, teachers. The related arts, physical education, and health teachers would also like to recognize their outstanding students. Will these teachers please come forward? Receiving the STEM award from Mrs. Askoff, Miss Dancer, Mrs. Grasso is Joshua Lacey. Mrs. Michelow's Art Award, presented by Mrs. Askoff, goes to Kyle Kosich and Gabriella Stiles. From Mrs. Glover's Spanish class, presented by Miss Gianni, goes to Ryan Hutain. From Mr. Ulysses' Spanish class, presented by Miss Gianni, the award goes to Callie Dunn. Receiving the Health Award from Mr. Pandolfo and Miss Gianni are Andrew Ubelhauer and Olivia Lamberti. Receiving the Physical Education Award from Mr. Smith, Mrs. Hurt, Mr. MacGyver, and Mr. Pandolfo, presented by Miss Gianni, are Sophia Arizari and Kyle Esslinger. Receiving the Vocal Ensemble Award from Mr. Wald, presented by Mrs. Benz, is Priscilla Pires. Receiving the Chorus Award from Mr. Wald, presented by Mrs. Benz, is Emma Carmen. Receiving the Concert Musician Award from Mrs. Benz is Sarah Grenz. Receiving the Jazz Musician Award from Mr. McGrath is Aiden Russ. Thank you, teachers. At this time, Mrs. Kimberly Burke, Guidance Counselor, along with Mr. John Germano, Athletic Director, will present our Ocean County Caring Award and the Christy Pierce Rapone Sportsmanship Awards. The Ocean County Personnel and Guidance Association's Caring Award is a distinguished honor given to a student who exhibits concern for his or her learning and applies positive energy in his or her relationships with others. Accepting responsibility, providing a helping hand, and assuming a leadership role are the trademarks of this 8th grade student. Whether on the volleyball court or in the classroom, this 8th grader displays team spirit perfectly balanced with a personal ambition. Consistently cheerful, this student possesses that priceless generosity of spirit so needed in a school community and in society today. The 2019 Ocean County Caring Award goes to Gianna Gerkins, a student of exceptional merit. Congratulations. The Christy Pierce Rapone Sportsmanship Award is given to athletes who not only display talents on the court, field, or track, but also balance academics and athletic commitments. These students understand the value of true sportsmanship, refined skills, and are the sincere team players and athletic role models. Mr. Germano presents the Christy Pierce Rapone Awards of Sportsmanship to Callie Dunn and Griffin Sacadato. Thank you, Mrs. Burke and Mr. Germano. Mrs. Hayes and Mrs. Askoff will present the Exemplary Character and Academic Distinction National Junior Honor Society Awards.
This ROBMS award, established in 2016, recognizes students who exhibit academic curiosity and an openness to experience new challenges. While exercising productive critical thinking skills, these students express a love of learning. Their enthusiasm sparks other students to become involved. They exercise social responsibility and willingly undertake leadership roles, extending beyond the attainment of membership into the National Junior Honor Society. This award honors students who successfully maintain the balance between strong academic performance and involvement in the school and community.
These well-rounded students exemplify the pillars of the National Junior Honor Society and are examples of amazing role models to their peers. These two students were a tremendous asset to the National Junior Honor Society this year, contributing to both our school and our community in many ways without being asked or reminded. Their excellence came naturally. Both of these students are quiet, yet exceptionally cooperative. We are so proud of them and cannot wait to see their success in the future. For their superior dedication in academic and school community services, we are proud to recognize Sophia D'Arienzo and Sarah Grenz.
The Principal's Award is a very distinctive honor because the recipient is selected based on several performance levels. This student shows academic dedication and sincere concern for the school community. Without hesitation, this student volunteers for tasks, wears a welcoming smile, and accepts constructive criticism respectfully. Acting responsibly, this 8th grader radiates a positive attitude that is contagious. Whether sport or club commitment, this student is totally invested with effort and accountability. This student is genuinely embodies the Brackman spirit and the Bulldog way of doing things. The Principal's Award is given to Anthony Ryan, an 8th grader of outstanding merit. It is a great honor to announce the names of the 2019 valedictorian and salutatorian at this commencement. Our salutatorian, Sarah Grenz, is a self-motivated individual who expressed a thirst for learning and a hunger for academic achievement. With genuine focus, she examines her work and concentrates on improvement. This self-reflection is a key to academic success. Sarah possesses that key. Even with her quiet, reserved demeanor, Sarah makes her voice heard through her academic pursuits. This evening, we are proud that you, Sarah, are an authentic example of Russell O. Brackman's high scholastic standards. I present to you salutatorian Sarah Grenz. Our valedictorian, Callie Dunn, is an exceptional student who embraces learning with sincere passion. Establishing academic goals, Callie applies her diligent and inquisitive nature to all of her studies. With a growth mindset, she is receptive to learning challenging concepts. Since skills require development, Callie possesses the right stuff to achieve academic success, earning this honor tonight. Callie has exemplified the Bulldog way. As a three-sport athlete, Callie balances her athletic commitments and academic tasks. Socially, Callie is engaging and very helpful with the staff and students. The administration, faculty, and staff and student body of ROBMS congratulate you. I present you ROBMS Class of 2019 valedictorian, Callie Dunn. Callie will now address her peers.
Good evening, Board of Education, Barnegat administrators, teachers, and parents. Hello, graduating class of 2019. I told all of my friends that writing the speech would be the easy part and delivering the speech, the hard part. I'm realizing now that I wasn't wrong. I was very nervous to speak in front of you all, and practicing this speech in the mirror has not helped, to say the least. I remember shaking when I had to stand in front of a classroom of my peers, let alone standing in front of everyone now. Even though writing the speech was the easy part, I did what everyone else would do and consulted our best friend, Google. On Google, I found a website that provided a list with 5 steps to success. Step 1, create a catchy introduction. Step 2, introduce yourself. Well, my name is Callie Dunn. That wasn't so hard. Step 3, reflect on your past experience at Brackman. It's a little scary how Google knows what school I go to, but let's move past that. In my time at Brackman, I have made new friendships, kept or lost old friendships, learned the value of school and life in general, and was part of a hardworking, focused team that won a couple of division championships for soccer and basketball. We, as students, have all made our own mark on Brackman, whether it was the highest grade on a test, the winning home run for a championship, or the lead role in a play. Brackman has offered us so much in our years as a Bulldog. From color wars and class parties to our trip at Six Flags and the 8th grade formal, all of us had made memories that we will never forget. In this past year alone, Brackman has donated thousands of dollars to Pennies for Patients, Jazz Band was awarded the Best Saxophone Section, and our sports teams have won titles. All of these experiences are found within Brackman and will be forever kept as a reminder of the class of 2019. Step 4, talk about your teachers and other classmates. This school has offered me so much. I would like to thank the wonderful staff at Brackman who has told me to stay organized and on time to class, and helped me and the class of 2019 grow as students and individuals. Over the years, our teachers have expressed that the bank is always open. It's nothing personal, it's just business. And every ELA teacher has told their class that our opinions do not matter when writing. I would also like to thank my friends who have listened to me constantly talk about classwork instead of the current drama of middle school and continue to make me laugh and smile every day. Even though this is not listed in any of the steps, I want to thank my family and all of the families of Brackman students for supporting us in every way possible. I know that I could not have done this without my loving family. Step 5, discuss your prospects for the future. I'm going to be a little cliche when I say that the future is not determined for any of us yet. And no matter where we go, all of us can look back and say that we were once a Bulldog and always a Bulldog. Now that I have covered every step, I would like to express how honored I am to be this year's valedictorian. Happy Friday, Junior. Thank you.
Thank you, Callie. Another round of applause for our valedictorian and salutatorian. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mrs. Benz, Mr. McGrath, and the Russell O. Brackman 7th grade band. Thank you, Mrs. Benz, Mr. McGrath, and our wonderful 7th grade band. I would now like to introduce our assistant principals, Mr. Maurice Owens and Mr. Jared Burke, who will be reading the names of our promotion candidates. Barnegat Board of Education members, Christine Harashinsky and Robert Geddes, will award the promotion certificates. Each and every student should have the opportunity for their name to be heard. We request that you hold your applause and cheers until all candidates have been called.
Callie Dunn, valedictorian. Nathan Alexander. Christopher Aliaga. Jazante Anderson. Janessa Anderson. Ryan Anderson. Stephanie Apostolou. Connor Armstrong. Christian Bachgalupi. Braxton Bear. Zachary Basista. Zoe Bates. Braden Biter. Brandon Bermudez. Joseph Bibbins. Makai Blackshear. Nicholas Block. Olivia Boggs. Hope Brim. Chase Bringoli, Riley Bringoli, Summer Burkle, William Burstein, Emma Carmen, Air Coleman, Skyana Colon, Julian Contreras, Samantha Cooney, Sierra Cooney, Joseph Corsino, Matthew Correo, Julia Creeley, Jonathan Jose Cruz Espinoza, Sophia D'Arenzo, and Jolie Darden, Skylar Dasty, Bryce Davenport, Ryan Davies, Jenny Davila, Amaya Davis, Dataja Davis, McGregor Davis, Richard Davis, Madeline Delaney, Katerina Denoya, Luis DiFrancesco, Gia DiGiovanni, Michael Dillon, Delaney Dobbin, Morgan Dobbin, Gabriella Doherty, Emmanuel Downer Shorter, Christian Dugan, Ryan Dugan, Zaira Ennels, Amanda Ercolino, Kyle Esslinger, Ava Farringer, Devin Faulds, Joseph Fiorello, Michael Fitzgelta, Ashley Fitzpatrick, Madison Frankowitz, Talia Frazier, Summer Lily Freight, Gabriel Frosto, Seth Freewald, Matthew Franzak, Jada Garcia, Kevin Gavarette, Gianna Gherkins, Tiana Jarena, Max Giacone, Gabriella Giaconia, Sophia Gialinella, Dylan Geigel, Christian Giordano, Owen Godbout, Haley Gold, Maya Gomez, Shakeith Gordon, Ryan Grant, Jake Garino, Rocky Guido, Sean Haggerty, Rebecca Hakeem, Nora Hansen, Gavin Harrison, Hanif Harrison. Dorian Haskins. Jesse Hedlund. Riley Henrick. Amanda Hayes. Sarah Hoey. Lucas Holland. Danielle Huddeman. Ryan Hutain. Laura Wang. Matthew Wang. Anna Ibera. Sophia Irizarry. Nevaeh Eisenberg. Alexis Jason. Kaya Jastrzewski. Elijah Jones. Shannon Kennedy. Christina Kosoban. Emily Kolamaga. Kyle Kosich. Joseph Krinkle. Joshua Lacey. Dylan Lahr. Olivia Lamberti. Kyle Landworld. Devin Lane. Ramsey Lane. Matthew Larkin. Christopher LaRosa. Angelica Ladati. George Lazarus. Nasim Lee. Terrence Legions. Pinchnak Lebronican. Morgan Lindstrom. Eliana Levis. Isabella Lobo. All right. Okay.
Mr. Geddes? Okay, we got them coming from the other side. Sarah Grenz, salutatorian. Kayla Lozier. Christopher Longo. Amaya Lorenz. Michael Lounsbury. Charlotte Lutas. Alexa Lowenberg. Casey Lucas. Haley Lutz. Gotcha. Go ahead. Alexa Luengas. Haley Lutz. Mackenzie McHugh. Take your time, Chief. Marcus Malik. Kayla Maloney. Jenna Marcy. Patience Maris. Michael Martinez. Brianna Matos. Chidima Emba. Emily McAvoy. Maya McBee. Kara McCoy. Drew McKeon. Megan McLaughlin. Thank you. Peyton Mira. Emily Medina. Selena May. Bennett Malillo. Kyle Melody. Anna Mendez. Andrell Mercier. Isabella Mode. Jordan Modica. Adriana Nacion. Joseph Naya. Alan Nelson. Alexander Nguyen. Sophia Nito. Avery Ocone. Ryan Ocone. Austin Oblinger. Ryan Oblinger. Francesca Ogle. Madison Opry. Aiden Ortiz. Connor Pappas. Johan Pedraza. Summer Perry. Sayana Pinto. Priscilla Pyrus. Maria Pittman. Christopher Procaccini. Chad Robb. Jonathan Celeste. Alexander Riccadelli. Sarah Riccadelli. Elizabeth Retordo. Frankie O'Neill Rivera. Sierra Rodriguez. Madison Rodriguez. Mason Rodriguez. Noah Ralston. Stephen Rucci. Gianna Ruiz. Aiden Russ. Anthony Ryan. Colleen Ryan. Carlos Salgado Romero. Joshua Salomia. Joseph Sanchez. Ethan Santiago. Nicholas Santos. Robert Sawicki. Emma Schaub. Jules Schaefer. John Schleicher. Summer Schmalls. Emily Schwartz. Emily Sellers. Miguel Sendecki. Camden Sharp. Cheyenne Sim. Sandhu Singh. Savia Singh. Michael Smenkowski. Rayana Smith. Griffin Sacadato.
Ryan Stanhope. Destiny Stetson. Matthew Stetson. Carmelo Stewart. Gabriella Stiles. Colin Swanger. Adriana Sweeney. Kyle Swistak. Nia Zepshi. Isabella Zhakowski. Caitlin Ty. Araya Torgrasso. Gabriel Terry. Brianna Tillman. Chase Titus. Aiden Toddings. Matthew Tolan. Andrew Ubelhauer. Daniel Ubelhauer. Christian Valentin. Ariana Ventris. Victoria Van Wagner. Carolina Vega Silva. Dante Verneri. Troy Walker. Kiera Wallen. Grace Watts. Jordan Weber. Allison Works. Cameron White. Isaiah Wilkins. Nicholas Wilkins. Samuel Williams. Dakota Williamson. Carlos Wilson. Maya Worthy. Caitlin Zeitler. April Zalesnak. Jocelyn Ziarko. Adam Zerpoli. Henry Zuniga. Ready to stand them up?
Thank you, Callie and Sarah. And thank you to board members, Mrs. Harashinsky and Mr. Geddes, and Assistant Principal, Mr. Owens and Mr. Burke. It is now time for you to leave Brackman School and become freshmen at Barnegat High School. Madison Payer, BHS Executive President, will now address you, the incoming Barnegat High School class of 2023.
Good evening. Around this time a couple of years ago, you were all graduating 5th grade. While many of you may have been excited about being able to finally move up to middle school, many of you were probably understandably nervous as well, as while moving up meant a lot more freedom, it also meant a lot more responsibility. By becoming a Brackman Bulldog, you would have to learn the layout of a whole new school, shuttle yourself from class to class, and learn how to use a locker. But in the end, despite how nervous you were in the beginning, you persevered and survived, and this will ultimately be the case for high school. As you become a Bengal tonight, I have a few pieces of advice for all of you. My first piece of advice is to utilize your time in high school wisely. As you all know, you only have one chance to experience high school, so you should make the most of it. That means you should get involved, take a bunch of different classes to find your passions, and attend all of the different high school functions, whether it be the football games or the plays. While sometimes these things may not be the easiest to do, you will be grateful for having done them in the end, and they are great ways to truly discover who you are and who you may want to be. My second piece of advice is to treat each other with respect. Over the next couple of years, you will all experience multiple rites of passage together, whether it be homecoming week, prom, or graduation. All of these events are best enjoyed when they are enjoyed together as a community, as a family. By becoming a Bengal tonight, you must commit yourselves to this idea. Before I wrap up, I only ask one thing of all of you. Go forth into high school and make it a better place, the place you want it to be. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Madison. As we walk the halls of Brackman, we are surrounded by plaques, signs, and decorated cards spouting wisdom in the form of quotes and witty sayings. They shout how we should live our lives, seek happiness, and pursue our goals. The class of 2019 championed the ROBMS's slogan, "Everybody is somebody." Although the words may seem simplistic, the message is quite complex. Each one of you here this evening creates the somebody you want to be. The choices you make define the person you become. Certainly you will encounter circumstances that will impact your somebody, but it is how you address those circumstances that matters. It's how you cope with the failures and successes you face, how you remain open to remolding that somebody, and how you present that somebody to others. Frank Outlaw said, "Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny." When you leave here tonight, you will be taking that somebody beyond the walls of Brackman to future destinations as yet unknown. Present your somebody proudly, but remember that those encounters and relationships are reciprocal. When you interact with another person, respect his or her somebody. Be kind. Be genuine in reshaping the somebody you create. Value your mirror image and be receptive to change. As your principal, I join with Brackman faculty and staff and the Barnegat Township administration in wishing you the best. Remember to dream big and be kind. You are somebody. Make your mark. Congratulations, Brackman, class of 2019. It is now my privilege to present the ROBMS class of 2019.